Hey folks, Sandamtod here, doing a little commentary on Strahl here for the 3DO. We're gonna check it out and see if we can play this mother. I don't know. I was never a huge fan of like Japanese style animation. I mean, I watched like Voltron and stuff, but I never really got into the animation style and stuff that much. So this wasn't a game that I was like really sold on when I bought it, but it's actually pretty fun. It's kind of like one of those Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, Time Gal. It's more like Time Gal than Dragon Slayer, because it basically tells you the directions that you need to move and what you need to do on the screen, and you just got to do it. And you'll see, I do it with mixed results. So anyway, there's a long intro at the beginning of this thing, and you see this guy running around killing a bunch of big creatures, a big golem or something there. And I don't know who that guy is in the white, but I guess you're supposed to be Strahl. So anyway, I think the premise of the story, it'll even tell you here in a minute. Here we go. It's ending. So I'm good. I was like, I was going to start talking about it, but I was like, well, he tells you at the beginning what it's all about. So it's like, but they did. They put these long intros on these games for the 3DO, and it's funny because you get a lot of these guys being like narrators, and they have this exact Strahl, this exact narrator type sound to their voice, like they're reading a children's book or something.
Is an ordinary young man.
They did a lot of this kind of sketched art, slideshow kind of thing, or I've seen it on a couple different games where they, instead of like having, which is weird because the machine was supposed to be pretty powerful.
He disguises himself as an old man so that he can travel the world in secret.
God travels the earth.
Notice that Alex possessed the ability to become a world conqueror and challenged him with the following words. Thou may become king if ye choose. Ere we test thy power. The idea of becoming king
I don't know.
his imagination.
The game itself was pretty fun when we get to it here in a minute. I think I might give it a shot. It seems like the only thing is like you only get like 2 continues or maybe 3. I think it's 2. It might be 3. And you get 3 turns per go. So it's probably like Dragon's Lair. You get 2 continues, so 3 sets of 3. But that's it, and then you're done. There's no way to save it or anything. And there's basically 7 levels, because you're supposed to get these things.
These 7 crystals.
Crystals.
Reveal the origin of all things.
They look like those Sonic the Hedgehog crystals in the first game. Easter eggs or something.
The child of mortal man.
So I don't know, there might be 8 levels, like 7 and then an 8th one where you're fighting God, I don't know. But anyway, it's going to start in a minute. We have our choice of 3 up front. And I really don't have an opinion as far as whether, there's a better order to take them in. But I seem to have better luck my second choice than the first one. We got the Brutal Fang and the Sanctuary of the White Dragon. This was my choice for the first go, but you know, it's hard to. They do start it on that golem, so it's like, is that the easier one to do? I don't know. But here we'll get into it a little bit. You'll see. See, here's the arrows. You just basically got to get out of the way. I didn't know what the buttons were at this point. The B button actually does that action, fills that crystal or whatever. The A button is your sword, and then you move all the directions with the directional pad. I don't know if the C button, or I think it's the C button, does, if it does anything. And I don't think the shoulder buttons do anything either. It seemed like I was getting a little better, and then I kind of plateaued, and then I started doing worse again. Because, you know, you start getting kind of cocky because you have the pattern memorized a little bit, so you start kind of jumping the gun and hitting the button a little early or a little late. And like right there, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it was probably a split second late, you know, on the jump, and I'm getting chewed on. So this is my third attempt with this dude. I think I might kind of do a cross fade out, fade in, so we don't gotta watch this huge long continue menu. Because the continue menu basically boots you back out to the beginning again, and then you gotta watch that sketch art thing with the boy and all that again to pick your guy that you want to go against again. I'm guessing this is the dragon, you know. He looks like a big snake, but, you know, I'm hoping. I was doing pretty good when I was just going with the flow. Right there, I didn't know what the attack button was. So that cost me because I hit the C button and it ended up being the A button. I can hear the cat meowing on the the track. Alright, so here we pick back up with this dude. I'm making my choice again. I decided to take somebody else. Even though I was kind of starting to get that pattern down, I was like, I'll try somebody else. So we picked the old golem. Oh, yeah, give him the karate flip. Oh, at this point I knew how to do the attack. Actually, I didn't. I think I hit the A button, and it worked as the attack, because I was going to hit A then C, because I hit C, but it didn't do. I thought, well, maybe it was late, you know. But it seems almost better if I don't know the moves ahead of time. Like, I just kind of react in the moment, as opposed to having the pattern memorized and then, like, you know, trying to get ahead of it or whatever. Jump! Well, jump again. This was a run here. I think I beat this guy in one turn. And so I got kind of cocky and was like, oh, I can go, you know, beat this other guy. Wow. Now he got his own guy. Jump. It is just basically about following arrows. It's basically one big quick time event, you know. That's basically what it is. So if you don't like quick time events and games, you're not going to like this, because that's basically what it is. Alright. Got it. I remember I was like, oh, I came off that other guy and I beat that guy in one go, and I was like, alright, take that shit to the bank. And so I was like, I think it makes you go to the next Fang, the next guy. So I thought, well, maybe since Golem went to Fang, that it's, you know, that's the hardness level. Golem, then the Fang, then the Dragon, or whatever. There I fucked up because I couldn't hit the button fast enough. I mean, this part, you know, I'm hitting the button with my thumb, and evidently I can't hit it fast enough with my thumb to fill it. So I have to, like, sit the controller down on my knee or on my thigh and, like, pound the button to get through it quick enough. Oh, oh, oh. Here I think I screwed up. Yeah. Wasn't hitting it fast enough again. That's a shitty way to die, too. Oh, I didn't hit the button fast enough, tapping it. There, I could tell I did it with my finger because it went way faster. And there I subtracted my thumb. You tell if I'm hitting it with my thumb or my finger because it's like half speed. Oh, I gotta listen to that guy. Fight. Oh, give me Christ, look. Oh, sword. Oh, right in the face. Oh. Oh, yeah, the Indiana Jones log. I didn't get past this. I was right there, too. They're like, no, you're going to get pancaked. Steamroller action. And then I think that was the end. I mean, it didn't even say the end or continue or nothing. It just booted me out, and that was the end. So, anyway, those were the three guys at the beginning. So, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'll talk to you later. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next 3DO.